What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Modern Mining. Well, Aleo is crashing. I can't say that we should be surprised. It was kind of expected, but what do we do now? There's a couple things I want to discuss in this video. First off, if you didn't see my posts on Twitter, check out the new and improved mining enclosure. I was tired of looking at that horrible teal, so I painted this like a nice charcoal color. I think it looks a lot better overall. Doesn't stick out as much in the garage, and it's been doing pretty good with that. I need to cut a new piece of styrofoam since I have 4 KS0s now. These 2 fans used to be in there, but I don't do that anymore. So it's finally getting cold. 57 degrees this morning. One quick question. For those of you who run a mining shed and it starts getting cold, do you just continue to keep your fan on and pump freezing cold air through these cards? Or do you start to kind of limit it to keep them at a somewhat stable temperature? Because right now, these cards are getting real cold at night and then not real hot, but a lot hotter in comparison to night in the day. So they're cycling, and I know that's not good for electronics in general. So any shed owners out there, tell me what you're doing with your fan speeds this time of year. I tried turning this off last night, but I woke up at like 2 a.m. and checked the temperature, and it was like 90 degrees in the exhaust back there after, I don't know, a few hours maybe, just in that little enclosure back there, because I have a temperature sensor back in there. And I thought that was a little hot, so I went ahead and just turned that fan back on. But that big ass fan is running at like 10% right now. It's very low. So all right, let's get into the topic of this video. What is going on with Aleo? So if you've been mining Aleo, then you've obviously noticed the huge price drop in the past week or so. It's almost down 50%. This isn't necessarily surprising, and it's also not that big of a deal just yet. So it's not super surprising because Aleo right now is still the 200th ranked coin. So 50% drop, it may have been like the top 150 or 130 coin. I didn't actually check when it was at its peak. But that's pretty crazy for such a new coin, and especially with the emissions it had. So it was paying out, Rapid Mining did some math, almost as much as Caspa, which is just absolutely crazy for a new coin. And generally when that happens, you're just gonna see a slow bleed off as miners sell to get a lot of dollar value for the short time that they can. We saw similar things with Pyron when it was emitting like $200,000 a day. We saw the same thing with Zealous when it was emitting about $280,000 a day. They all kind of slowly bleed off. Now the big thing that we'll need to see is, will Aleo kind of buck this trend, and with all the big partners behind it, start to make some serious gains? Will it turn this downtrend around? And another thing is, the whole kind of crypto market as a whole has been down the past week, so that's why I'm not super concerned. And in a little bit, I'm going to discuss what am I doing with my Aleo and how much have I mined in the past little over a week. So everybody kind of knows that there's the mine and hold strategy, and then there's the mine and sell strategy, and whether you keep cash or you buy other coins. I lump all of that into the mine and sell strategy. But one thing that I don't see discussed a lot is, with the mine and hold strategy, sometimes you kind of get screwed on your taxes, especially during like bear markets or downtrends in the market. So I have mined about 45 Aleo over the past week or so, and it's currently worth $130. So not bad for a week of mining. I'm not complaining about profits at all. Even with Aleo at $3, we're still seeing great mining returns, though they're starting to get back to where Zealous was, so it's not that much crazier than it was. But the bad thing is with that 50% drop, so I've been getting these payouts every single day. So some payouts when Aleo is $6, some when it's $5, $4. And what this means is my actual income that I'm getting taxed on is much higher than the $130 that I actually could potentially sell for dollars. My income is probably closer to $220, especially because yield was higher in the beginning as well. So $220 in income taxes, but I only have $130 in coin. So I'm basically paying taxes on an extra 90 bucks because I didn't sell right when I got the coin. So that's a downside that I want people to think about when they consider if they're going to go with the mine and hold or the mine and sell strategy. Now, don't get me wrong, if Aleo turns around and goes big into the profits, you're still going to make some of that difference back because your cost basis is higher. So when you sell, you'll have less taxes to pay, but still capital gains tax is less than income tax. So you are coming out worse in terms of pure taxes. But so what am I doing? I'm just continuing to hold Aleo. I think it has a lot of potential because of all the big backers that it has. So Coinbase, Bitmain, I believe F2 pools on it. I don't know a ton about Aleo. This is just what I've seen and heard in the Discord. But I think there are some big things coming for it. And just the fact that it was listed on Coinbase alone is huge in my opinion. A lot of mineable coins never get listed on Coinbase, or it's a very, very long time period. And at that point, they're already taken over by Asics. So that's one thing that has a lot of potential. Also, the potential Bitmain Asics that may be coming out for this coin, that, like we've seen in the past, could pump the coin when that announcement comes out. And I think this time around, I might sell like 50% on that initial ASIC announcement pump, because it always seems like it drops back down after that. But who knows how it works out is I'll probably sell half and then it'll skyrocket. That's just how crypto works. But as I mentioned earlier, this downtrend kind of sucks, but mining profits are still good. So I'm still doing it. I want to try to get maybe 100 Aleo or more. And the whole market is down. So it's not just Aleo that's struggling recently, though it is more down than the rest of the market. So I've got a couple things going on. I'm gonna take this camera off the tripod and show you what else is going on. But with it coming towards the winter time, there's gonna be a lot more content coming. So let me show you what's up next. So you guys can see here, this mining rig is finally gone. Customer came to pick it up. If you want to buy a GPU mining rig from me, I have my email down in the description. Check it out. You have to come pick it up in Kentucky, but other than that, I charge very good prices, and you're gonna make sure you get a well-built rig that you plug it in and it mines immediately. So that's gone, and now I'm down to 29 GPUs, 12, 12, 5 for a total of 29. But my friend Death Valley Mining, you may have seen his first YouTube video he posted this week. He is sending me 7 3070s that I'm going to be filling this rig with. So I'll be back to 3 12 card rigs, which is great. So I didn't buy these cards just because of Aleo. I'm buying them because I want to have 3 full 12 card rigs. If I'm paying the 30-cent rig fee for the third rig, I may as well have it maxed out. That's one point. Second point being winter is coming, and I like to be able to heat my entire house, and this will make it a lot easier if I have more GPUs. And lastly, I got a great deal on the cards, so that's basically the last reason why I'm getting them. I can always either put them into other people's rigs or sell them to gamers if mining goes to crap. But also 2025 is coming up, and that's when everyone thinks that mining is going to be at least a little bit more profitable than it has been. Obviously no guarantees, but you never know. So sometime next week, the high is about 50 degrees. So I'm not gonna move everything inside, because every year I do this where I move everything inside and then next week it's 80 degrees and my house is just like unbearably hot. So I have to wait to move everything inside, but I may move a couple devices inside, at least temporarily. So that's where this little guy comes in. Shout out to Chump Change for showing me this. I got Vonets to actually send me out a couple of these things. So I'm gonna make a full review on these when I move everything inside. But what this is it allows you to plug this into your Alephium or Caspa Ice River miners and then get Ethernet from this device. So it's very easy to put the little Ice River miners all over your house, assuming you have Ethernet wired, because all they take is a normal outlet. But I don't have Ethernet in the kitchen or in the bathroom, and I want to be able to put these things kind of spread all over the house to get even heat distribution, and that's where these products are going to come in handy. So I'll leave a link to Chump Change's video down below where he did a full review on these. I'll also leave a link to these on Amazon. I haven't tested them yet, but Chump Change seemed to think that they worked fine, so I will do a full videos on these soon. But these will be sweet to allow you to basically put Ice River miners around your entire house, assuming they work well. So I've got 2 of those. Most likely I'll be putting my Alephium miners somewhere because they don't have the loud overclocked fans. and I may be reverting them to stock so I don't have to use the Duroc power supply. I can just use the standard power brick that they come with, or maybe I'll get a bigger laptop charger. That's something I still need to determine. Stay tuned, guys. Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to be releasing the build video of that 6-card customer rig, full GPU mining rig build. Everyone loves those videos, so stay tuned for that one. It's coming out this weekend. And then shortly after, I will be getting those 7 3070s and adding them back to that rig and getting my farm back to max capacity. I also grabbed a couple things off of Amazon Prime Day, and I think I'm just gonna put a CPU mining rig right there. I'm not gonna mess with the salad right now because it's just too expensive to get a nice CPU. And now that GPU mining is relatively profitable, I'd rather just keep my 3080 mining. So I'll see you guys next time. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out a ton. And I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thanks for watching.